Hi Capricorn, welcome to your 2017 monthly reading. What messages do we have for Capricorn for January 2017? Thank you. Okay, so for your situation, we have Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so it looks like you're starting to reap the rewards of something that you've put time and energy into this month, which is good. You're finally getting somewhere with this project or whatever it is. And what's crossing you or supporting you is the Eight of Cups. Interesting, these two together. So it looks like you have to leave something behind if you're going to reap the benefits of something. Let's see if the pictures tell me any more of what's going on. And this is leaving something you invested a lot into, even emotionally, like you really had high hopes for something, and could even be relationships. And you do need to leave. You're moving on. But this is pretty, in this card, this is pretty steep. He's got to use some strength to move on. A lot of physical strength. But he looks up to the challenge. This guy looks like he has a lot of energy. So I think this is natural. This is good. This is just the flow of life. We have to move on from things in order to reap new benefits. Okay? So in your crowning thoughts, what's going on in your thoughts and beliefs a lot is the Queen of Swords. So that would fit. If you're moving on from something, you would need to don the personality of the Queen of Swords. It looks like you're getting clear about what it is that you're going to put up with and what you're not going to put up with. And you know that these old ties have to be cut. It's like pruning. You know, it has to be pruned. Whatever needs to leave your life. You can't reap that. You know, when you cut back a tree and it just flourishes finally after years of no one tending to it, and it just simply took cutting it back. But when you cut it back, it can look so bald and devastated. But immediately, boy, within a few months, that tree will just start blooming like it never has before. So she knows this. This is going on in your thoughts. You don't want to take any crap anymore. That's what I'm getting from this. You're not putting up with anymore. You've got places to go, people to see, things to do, and you've been letting something drag you down, and it's gone way beyond what you should have let it. So she has no doubt in herself what she's going to be doing. If you look at her facial expression, she's serious, and not in a mean way, just determined. She's done with it. Okay. And unconscious underneath, beautiful. So what's happening in the unconscious is you're moving through a cycle. This may have been something you've been doing for 7 to 9 years. Sometimes this is a major arcana, and we have those cycles, 7, 9-year cycles. Those are the ones that I'm aware of. Or, you know, it could have been going on for lifetimes. But I really think you're reaching a point of clarity, and that has to do with completing some cycle of maybe some lessons you wanted to learn. Some relationships, maybe you've gone through some karma with particular people, and now you're just finished with the way things have been. And maybe it doesn't mean leaving the relationship, but just leaving the way it used to be. Okay. That's really good. We may come back to that. It's just a beautiful card, the World. In the past, recent past, you have the Magician. So, wow, it just has some powerful energies going on in here, Capricorn. Um, the Magician, you've really come into your power. You've really learned to harness all the elements. I mean, you've got the energy of the fire, you've got the groundedness and the material abundance taken care of with the pentacles, or you know how to work with it. You've got the swords for the intellect and the decision making and the clarity. And then you've got the cups with managing your emotions. So the Magician has it all. And you've recently come into some of this energy. And I think that's why things are moving so much. It looks like a lot of energy movement going on here into a whole new cycle for yourself, which looks good for the new year. And in your immediate future, whoa, more truth. You are really getting to the truth of something here, Capricorn. I like the imagery of this card in particular. It just really speaks to me of some, like what I was mentioning before, like the Queen of Swords not taking it anymore. I get, and she put up with too much. That's what I get from this card, is someone that was submerged underwater, let the water fill up over them, maybe because they were being too nice, or maybe they just stayed too long thinking they should, or maybe being misinformed, not hearing their own inner voice and letting things go too far too long. And then finally you think all is dead and the water's still, and up from the water comes the truth. I'm still here. I am still here, and I'm going to get to the truth and live a new life. That's what I get from this. Okay, so that's coming up in your immediate future, very near future, for January. And then in your environment, the influences around you, like family, friends, work, it could be anything in your environment, home life. So 5 of Pentacles. Okay. This can be some worries about money. Maybe, and sometimes it can appear that it's not flowing as much as you had hoped. That's what you're feeling from your environment. But it doesn't necessarily mean all is lost. I don't think she's really seeing these pentacles that are actually hanging on her. I mean, she could go anywhere and she's got money to buy things. So it's not as bad as she thinks. Like, I hate to say this, but let's say, just because, for sake of this picture, not that anyone's losing their house, but even if she lost her house, I mean, she's still got something here. She's going to be okay. It's going to work out. And it's a new day. There's a lot of yellow here, which is good, life-giving hope. I just think at times you may feel that your environment is kind of stressing you out, coming down on you. It could be some issues with work, some bills. So she's feeling a little concerned, not feeling supported. But with the 5 of Pentacles, that can be more of a feeling and not necessarily a reality. Okay. Oh, and how people see you is 9 of Wands. So I think some people can see you as a bit defensive. In this particular deck, this 9 of Wands, instead of him just being really tired out from working so hard, I get a real defensiveness, because look at how these are they're so sharp, and they're pointed out. Like someone could get hurt if they came near those. So it's obviously meant to keep people at bay. So I don't know. I mean, maybe you don't see yourself this way, but I'm wondering if some people are seeing you as being a bit defensive, and that you're wounded. They may think you're just making things more difficult than they need to be. Because he's a really hard worker, he's hurt. Or they may see that indeed you have been through a lot. Maybe you have. I mean, your cards aren't really showing it because your past, all I'm seeing for your past here is the Magician, but looks like some people either see you as defensive or having been through a lot, and that you keep on going. So that's okay. And your advice is, I don't know why. Okay. I couldn't read that. Oh, I'm sorry. Capricorn, this is Temperance. Okay. Yeah, what a good advice card. That's always excellent advice. See how she's being so careful with how she's mixing these two potions, and she's making some beautiful soup or potion here, and there's rainbows in the back. She obviously creates beauty and magic because she knows how to bring balance to things. So your advice is to look for balance in yourself. And you know, a great way to attain that is sometimes just get out in nature, because a lot of times I know a lot of the people that watch these videos and readers, we're all very spiritual, which means we're all pretty empathic. We feel other people. A lot of our stress can come from taking on other people's stuff. And that may be what you're wanting to do here, is just not take on other people's energies. And we think it's ours because our mind doesn't know what to do with these energies that we sense, and we automatically start turning them into dramas that we think we have in our lives. We think what's bothering us is other people in our lives. And a lot of times we are just taking on energies of other people and the world, and we're getting stressed and anxious, but we don't even have a storyline for it. We're just feeling it in our bodies and our emotions, and then we turn it into our own story. So this is about finding balance. I'm really do some gentle breathing, like right before you fall asleep, and it's just a matter of, when you know you're the creator, make the intention. I choose balance. I choose to release all energies and thoughts and beliefs that are not mine. Most of our thoughts really are part of the collective unconscious. We all share beliefs and thoughts with the people around us. So choose that you're going to find a place of balance within yourself. And nature's a great way too, because you're getting away from all the electronic noises and vibrations and energies, and further away from people's thought patterns. And nature can really help you just tap back into your true self. And slow, gentle, deep breaths, intending to go to your true self. With that intention, you'll get there. So that's your advice. I think that's important for you. Okay. Especially if you want to keep going with all this clarity and truth. You want to get away from other people's stuff. And I'm really getting that. Like, here's the center of your reading. Just so incredible what you're doing. And then I get over here on the arm of the Celtic cross. It really feels like a lot of other people's crappy energies, outside energies that are influencing you. But you know what? I'm feeling like you kind of feel that, but you are actually trusting yourself and sticking with you and not letting this distract you. So let's go to the outcome. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're just going to keep on working, and you're going to go towards your goals, and you're going to stay busy with what's important to you, what you're good at. This guy is just, he creates these beautiful gold stars. He's an artisan. So keep going at what you're good at. Do things that are creative and that you know you're good at, that make you feel good about yourself. So that's your outcome from January. Really good. Just careful of those And I don't even think I need to worry about you because you're doing great here. And the overall energy is Six of Cups. I think you're going to attain that. You're going to follow that advice with temperance, because what I get from the Six of Cups is just so much balance, emotional balance. But you may in this month too just, it is Mercury retrograde, so things come back around. You could be dealing with some things from the past that are coming back up that you're just looking at again. You may be nostalgic for the past, thinking about it a bit. Meet someone from the past. This has some past element is coming into January. And you could be thinking a lot about the future of your children. I'm getting that too from this particular artwork on this card. Okay, now the last part of the reading, I pull an enlightenment card for your spiritual path. If you're committed to a path of enlightenment, of doing whatever it takes to grow spiritually for yourself, to be more in touch with who you think you truly are. I created these cards and I think they're really helpful. So at the end of my readings, it's my plan right now to just read them and explain. So I'm just gonna pick one. I guess I'll go with this. Speak your truth. Wow. Okay. I really see that going with this. Speak your truth. Doesn't that look like it? And let's go back to Queen of Wands. Swords. That's exactly what she would do. Speak her truth. Speaking your truth may lead to you having to move on. But look what it's going to bring. New growth. That's even better. That's going to flourish. And that may be the whole lesson of this world that you've gone through, this major arcana that's in that cycle that you're completing. Maybe it all has to do with speaking your truth. This could be lifetimes old. And it is important to speak our truth to other people, but it's more important to speak it to ourselves and to act on it. Definitely. To live it, to live our truth. Okay. All right. Capricorn, it was great connecting with you, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.